In our travels this week, we wanted to look at a problem that is facing many communities from coast to coast. Look up at the map here. These little dots are communities that are facing cutbacks in mass transit. If it's a yellow dot, it means service cuts. If it's a purple dot, service cuts and fare increases. You also see in the light blue, that means job losses as well. It is happening from coast to coast. One place we wanted to go take a look this time is out in the city of St. Louis, where bus service and rail service are being slashed because of a tough economy and a lack of money.
Stuart Falk is first up the lift. Wife Diane next. Strapped in for a 45-minute, 3-day-a-week commute.
All right, $8, thank you.
No problem.
That takes them to the gym and a community theater group. It is their lifeline, and it is being eliminated effective Monday.
Being in prison, that's what it's going to feel like. It's going to feel like being punished for something we didn't do, being held back from the things we love, and at no fault of our own. It's going to be suffocating.
A lot of people are going to be in a bad situation.
For 20-year-old Jean McPherson, Monday morning means horrible choices as she juggles work, an infant, and going back to school to get her high school diploma.
I'm not going to be able to get to my destination, so I might have to end up losing my job or not being able to take my daughter to daycare.
Money is short. So is her patience.
I'm trying to get a car, but a lot of people in St. Louis, you know, they can't afford it, especially with the recession they're in. You can't afford a car, so that's why you use public transportation.
Metro faces a more than $50 million budget gap. 24 bus routes are being eliminated, others shortened or put on less frequent schedules. Light rail is also being cut back, leaving riders in the working-class communities surrounding St. Louis, like Darron BERRYL, asking, why me?
Most definitely the little guy does get screwed in the deal.
How will you get around losing this bus route, which is the direct route?
I really don't know yet. I mean, I really haven't came up with a plan.
The funding gap has local roots. St. Louis County voters rejected a modest tax hike to help the Metro system. Local officials like County Executive Charlie Dooley thought it would pass, but say voters suddenly got stingy just before the November election as the stock market tumbled and Washington bailed out big financial firms.
This entire community is going to be impacted, and I don't think we realized it at the time that we had this vote. It's about jobs. It's always about jobs. And if you don't have public transportation, how do you create jobs? How do you attract businesses to move to St. Louis to improve our workforce?
To Dooley, the Metro shortfall is a perfect use of some of the $150 billion in transportation spending called for in the Obama stimulus plan.
We asked about it. They told us we can't do it.
Mass transit slice can be used to buy new buses or to build new rail lines, but it cannot be used for operational expenses, like keeping existing routes in service.
No, I don't think that's right. Of course that's not right. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about creating jobs and opportunity. That's what public transportation.
It just comes down to money.
16 years experience protects John Crossland from the 500 jobs Metro is slashing, along with its services.
That's got to be tough.
It is.
In a bad economy to be.
Yes, that is tough.
The Falks, confined to wheelchairs because of multiple sclerosis, say they worry about those jobs.
And that just didn't seem like what Obama wants.
As much as losing their link to the city and the activities that ease their struggles.
It just shouldn't be this way. I never realized before how delicate our lives were.